What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of Easy Buckets. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. In today's video, I got something that I guarantee you guys are going to love, especially if you love NBA trades. We're going to be talking about 10 NBA superstars that are most likely to be traded this season. The NBA trade deadline is on March 25th. That is about 2 months away, and NBA teams right now have to be ready for a potential move to make them better. And for this video, we're going to be talking about all the biggest rumors that we are hearing right now, talking about the players that are in the trade market. So if you're a big NBA fan and love trades, you're going to love this video. But quickly, before I get on with the video, I just want to say, if you're new to the channel and love basketball, welcome to Easy Buckets. My name is Soom and I make basketball videos every single day. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and click this button right here, the post notification bell, to not miss any of my upcoming videos. If you watched this video and you loved it, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. It would help out the channel a lot. But without wasting any more time, let's talk about 10 NBA superstars that are most likely to be traded.
Alright, I need you to look in the camera and say it's a make or miss league.
I don't believe that.
Okay. Then you don't have to say it.
I appreciate it.
The first player on this list is Bradley Beal of the Washington Wizards, and Bradley Beal is probably the most popular NBA trade target right now. Bradley Beal is having a monster season. He's actually leading the league in scoring per game of 35 points, averaging 4.9 rebounds, 4.7 assists, 1.3 steals, and 0.6 blocks. But the fact that Bradley Beal is on the worst team in the NBA, that is why he's in all these trade rumors. With the NBA season almost being at its quarter, the Wizards have a record of 4-13, which ranks them at the bottom of the entire NBA, and NBA fans, especially Bradley Beal fans, believe that Bradley Beal himself needs to get himself out of Washington. But when talking about Bradley Beal's personality, he's a very loyal yet humble player. He says that he wants to stay with the Wizards till he retires, and from the looks of it, he's not going back on his word. As much as I love that opinion and that mentality of staying with the team that drafted you till you retire, that's a great thing. But honestly, if you're not in a winning situation, that actually might change your mindset. We've seen it in the past where NBA players say a lot of things. They say they want to stay at a certain team, they say they want to retire there, but ultimately ended up with them being frustrated and actually requesting a trade, which is the ultimate outcome. I'm not gonna say Bradley Beal's gonna do that, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he does. The next player on this list is Lonzo Ball of the Pelicans, and he's one of the most popular targets right now as the Pelicans are actively shopping him. As of right now, Lonzo Ball is kind of having an underwhelming season for the Pelicans. He is their starting point guard, but he's only averaging 12.6 points, 3.8 rebounds, 4.8 assists, 1.5 steals, and 0.6 blocks. And if you look at his stats last season, Lonzo Ball is actually playing worse than before. The Pelicans are focusing more of their future on Zion and Brandon Ingram, and from what it looks like, Lonzo Ball is the odd man out. The Pelicans want to give more minutes to Kira Lewis Jr. and also Nickeil Alexander-Walker and of course Eric Bledsoe, and that's why Lonzo Ball is the most likely player that has a lot of trade value that could be on the move. Lonzo Ball has been linked to multiple teams already. He's been linked to the Hornets joining LaMelo, he's been linked to the Warriors joining Stephen Curry, and it's even being linked to the Chicago Bulls joining Zach LaVine. From what it looks like, Lonzo Ball will be wearing a new jersey during this NBA's trade deadline. The next player on this list is Derrick Rose of the Detroit Pistons, and he's the most likely target when it comes to a cheap NBA veteran that is definitely affordable for a championship contender. As of right now, Derrick Rose is in his final year of his contract with the Pistons of only $7 million, which makes him cheap, and a lot of NBA contenders are targeting Derrick Rose right now. He's averaging 14 points per game, 1.9 rebounds, 4.9 assists, but what Derrick Rose brings to the table is veteran leadership and MVP basketball experience. He's currently being linked to the Clippers, the Lakers, and even the New York Knicks, and with the Pistons focusing their future on Jeremy Grant, Seke Dembuya, Killian Hayes, and possibly DeLon Wright, Derrick Rose definitely will be on the move. The Pistons have already proven they're in a full rebuild mode. Whatever team that ends up getting Derrick Rose will be getting a six-man presence, a scoring punch off the bench that could give you more execution in the second unit. The next player on this list is Andre Drummond of the Cavaliers, and he is probably the best target when it comes to a big man that could possibly be available. Andre Drummond is having a breakout season, averaging career highs of 18.5 points, 15.1 rebounds, 2.7 assists, 1.6 steals, and 1.9 blocks. But when talking about Andre Drummond's situation with the Cavs, it's not looking so bright, as we all know what recently happened. After that big James Harden trade, Jarrett Allen got traded from the Nets to the Cavaliers, and from what we're hearing, the Cavaliers want to focus their future on Jarrett Allen as their center instead of Andre Drummond. With Andre Drummond currently being in his final year of his contract, it makes a lot of sense why the Cavaliers might be working towards that, and with Andre Drummond losing value in the NBA season after season, a new fresh start might be the best thing for him. As Andre Drummond right now is in his prime in his NBA career, I don't know why the Cavaliers want to focus on Jarrett Allen over him. There might be some inside reasons that we don't know about, but from the looks of it, Andre Drummond is a very popular trade target or even a buyout target. He's been linked to multiple teams, the Golden State Warriors, even the Boston Celtics, and honestly, with a lot of NBA teams looking for a true rebounder, Andre Drummond could be wearing a new jersey during this year's NBA trade deadline. The next player on this list is DeMar DeRozan of the San Antonio Spurs, and DeMar DeRozan has been a very popular trade target for some time now. With the San Antonio Spurs looking towards that full rebuild mode, they're looking towards DeJounte Murray, Derek White, and even Keldon Johnson as their future forward. With DeMar DeRozan being in his final year of his contract, DeMar will definitely be on a new team, whether it's this year's NBA trade deadline or this upcoming offseason. DeMar DeRozan is entering free agency, and with him being in his prime right now and having 0 NBA championships, I see him next year going to an NBA championship, no doubt about it. DeMar DeRozan has also been straight up to the media, saying that in this upcoming offseason, he won't be signing a contract extension if he gets offered one, and wants to join an NBA team that gives him the best shot at an NBA championship. With the Spurs knowing this fact, they're going to try to be as active as possible during this year's NBA trade deadline to not lose DeMar DeRozan for nothing in this upcoming offseason. As of right now, DeMar is only averaging about 19.5 points per game, 4.8 rebounds, 6.6 assists, and if you compare his numbers from this season to last season, you can already tell that his role on the Spurs is slowly decreasing, his usage rate is decreasing, and that's why DeMar DeRozan wants a new situation. After being traded away from the Raptors and the Raptors won an NBA championship, I want to see DeMar DeRozan succeed, and joining a new team is the best thing for him. The next player on this list is Kevin Love of the Cavaliers, and he's in the exact same situation as Andre Drummond. The Cavaliers are rebuilding, Kevin Love is out of his prime now, and is becoming an NBA veteran that wants a better situation. And with the Cavaliers developing Jarrett Allen and Larry Nance, Kevin Love just doesn't fit there anymore. With the NBA being a three-point shooting league, and Kevin Love is a dead-eye three-point shooter at that big man frontcourt position, a lot of NBA teams would love Kevin Love's addition. And with Kevin Love not being in a winning situation for some time now, I don't see a reason why Kevin Love wouldn't want to be in one again. Last season, Kevin Love averaged about 17.6 points, 10 rebounds a game, shooting a total of plus 40% at the three-point line. And with those stats alone, I know a lot of NBA teams would love a center that can spread the floor at a high level that Kevin Love does. He brings veteran leadership, NBA championship experience, and with Kevin Love having a lot of name value, I don't see a reason why NBA teams wouldn't want him. The next player on this list is Blake Griffin of the Pistons, and he's in the exact same situation as Derrick Rose. He's on the Pistons are rebuilding, focusing their future on players like Sekou Doumbouya and Jeremy Grant, and Blake Griffin honestly just doesn't fit there. Blake Griffin has been an amazing player during the beginning stages of his career on the Clippers, but right now on the Pistons, Blake Griffin just isn't the Blake Griffin of old. This season, he's only averaging 12 points per game, 3.9 rebounds, 0.7 assists, shooting horribly, 35% at the field goal, and I believe Blake Griffin just isn't a starting caliber player no more. I want to see Blake Griffin on an NBA team where he can be an impactful player off the bench and just bring in a scoring and leadership punch, and that's why with the Pistons, it's just not a team that he should be on right now. There are multiple rumors right now of Blake Griffin potentially going to be bought out, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it ultimately ends up happening. The next player on this list is LaMarcus Aldridge of the San Antonio Spurs, and he's in the exact same situation as DeMar DeRozan. The Spurs are rebuilding. They're focusing their future at that big man position to Jakob Poeltl, and with LaMarcus Aldridge underplaying this season, I do see him potentially being traded. He's only averaging 14 points this year, 4 rebounds, a center averaging 4 rebounds. That shows you how age is getting to LaMarcus Aldridge. And with LaMarcus Aldridge having 0 NBA championships, I want to see him also in a winning situation. LaMarcus Aldridge will be entering this offseason as an unrestricted NBA free agent, and with the Spurs knowing the fact that he won't be re-signing there, I believe them trading him and DeMar DeRozan is something they're going to be actively doing instead of possibly losing him for nothing. As bad as Aldridge is playing right now, I still believe he has a lot of gas left in his tank, and maybe just a fresh start and a new situation might be the best thing for him. The next player on this list is Kyle Lowry of the Raptors, and Lowry being traded is kind of a rumor right now as the Raptors aren't doing so well. As of right now, the Raptors have a record of 9-12. They're ranked the 9th seed in the Eastern Conference, and if the Raptors don't make the playoffs this year, or looks like they're gonna make it, I see the Raptors trading Lowry away for assets instead of potentially losing him for nothing in this upcoming offseason. Lowry is definitely an NBA vet that a lot of NBA teams want. He's a leader, he's a captain. With the Raptors focusing their future on Fred VanVleet as their primary point guard, I wouldn't be surprised if Kyle Lowry gets traded for assets. But to keep it real with you Raptor fans out there, I'll be honest, I don't see Kyle Lowry actually going to be traded. I actually see Lowry maybe signing a contract extension for a cheaper deal, retiring as a Raptor. That's what I want to see. But Kyle Lowry is in trade rumors right now, and you never know, it could happen. Kyle Lowry is averaging 17.4 points per game, 6.2 rebounds, 7.1 assists, 1.1 steals, and bringing those stats to an NBA championship contender could almost guarantee them a chip. And the last player on this list is Zach LaVine of the Chicago Bulls, and Zach LaVine is definitely a fan favorite when it comes to an NBA player that could be traded, that could spark a new team. As of right now, Zach LaVine is having a breakout season. He's averaging about 27 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. And with the Bulls right now not being successful, Zach LaVine has been in the trade rumors for a long time now. The Bulls have a record of 8-11, which ranks them as the 10th seed in the Eastern Conference. And with the Bulls having one of the worst backcourt defenses, trading Zach LaVine might not be a bad idea. Zach LaVine had an interview last season during the NBA All-Star Weekend saying he wants to win and wants to be in a winning situation, and if the Bulls don't give him that, he actually might request a trade. A lot of NBA fans want to see Zach LaVine joining the Lakers, joining LeBron James, and honestly guys, if that happens, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Zach LaVine would destroy the NBA. So ultimately guys, this wraps up my video for today on 10 NBA superstars that will be traded during this NBA season. But what's most important to me guys is I want to know your thoughts. Are these trades likely? Are these trades gonna happen? Put your thoughts in the comment section down below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!